Rome didn't win its empire with brute strength alone. Behind every victory stood a hidden skill: deception. Fake retreats, invisible armies, and traps designed to break even the smartest enemies. Today, you'll discover how Rome mastered the art of battlefield trickery, and why their enemies never saw it coming. The Romans perfected the false retreat. A unit would pretend to panic, turn their backs, and run. Enemy warriors, convinced Rome was collapsing, chased after them in excitement. But this was the trap. The retreating Roman line suddenly stopped, wheeled around, and crushed the attackers as hidden units flanked from the sides. To Rome, deception wasn't cowardice, it was strategy. Early Roman legions used maniples, small, flexible blocks of soldiers. This formation tricked enemies into thinking Romans were weakly spread out. But once the enemy charged, the maniples moved like puzzle pieces, closing gaps and surrounding them. Rome turned loose formations into deadly illusions. Roman generals often hid entire groups of soldiers behind hills, forests, or wagons. The battlefield looked quiet, too quiet. When the enemy committed fully to the front line, Rome unleashed its hidden reserves. Fresh troops struck exhausted enemies from behind. A victory that looked like strength was actually perfect timing. Roman armies were trained to march silently at night. No fires, no talking, just disciplined movement in the darkness. At sunrise, enemies would wake to find a Roman army blocking their escape routes, having moved miles overnight without detection. Rome didn't just fight battles, they controlled the battlefield long before the fighting began. Roman generals understood fear. They used loud war horns, flaming javelins, and towering shields to intimidate enemies before the battle even started. Sometimes, they would purposely let captured spies escape with false information, misleading enemy commanders into bad decisions. Rome won countless battles without lifting a sword, because their enemies defeated themselves. Even when Rome faced geniuses like Hannibal, they adapted. After being crushed at Cannae, Rome learned from Hannibal's own deception tactics, using flexible lines, hidden reserves, and bait traps. Rome didn't just copy their enemies, they perfected them. Rome's true power wasn't in numbers or weapons, it was in their mind. Their greatest victories came from strategies the enemy never saw. And that is why the Roman Empire lasted for centuries, because deception was their deadliest weapon.